Yo, this is Uncle Cream, you know what I'm saying? You're watching the Music Interview channel. Peace out. Rock on.
Yo, this is T-Dog. I'm here with Uncle Cream and legendary music producer. Let's get this interview started. So who this?
This is my one-man entourage.
Represent? Yeah, alright. We gave you the chance to submit some of your questions to this legendary music producer, Uncle Cream. You produce lots of genres of music. What types do you listen to? And do you have a fave?
So, unlike other music producers, I appreciate all genres of music, you know what I'm saying? Separates me from the crowd. You know, the rap, the hip-hop, the dance, the electronica, and then you got, you know, your rock, your hard rock, your light rock, your classic rock, your rock and roll, and then, you know, you got your metals, you know, your death metal, your light metal. I don't know what other types of metal there are. There's metal. And then, you know, you got your country. And then you got gospel.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I like rock.
Classic, dude, classic. Okay, when did you know you wanted to be a music producer?
There was an experience I had when, in my teens. I was about, 14, 15. Heck, I could have been 18, okay? So, I went into a record store. I got a record that I wanted. So the guy said, okay, it's $15. The CD advertised it as 12, and I refused to pay for it. I didn't want to pay for it, so he didn't let me have the album. So then I vowed. I said, you know what? I'm gonna become a music producer, and then, heck, I could walk into any CD store and get a CD for free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you legendary. We got a lot of questions about, well, you're famous for your guns. Why do you always pack heat?
Guess you could say I'm a gun enthusiast. I always pack heat. It makes me feel comfortable. Makes me feel at ease. You know, I grew up kind of down in a remote area of Kentucky, so I grew up with guns. Guns make me feel at home. Whenever I have a gun with me, I feel safe. I know that no one's gonna try and mug me. Guns bring me back to my childhood, basically.
Do you have a favorite gun?
Well, I usually like ones that you can conceal pretty easily, cause then I can carry them with me at all times. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Right? Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't. I like shotguns. Shotguns are one of my favorite types of gun, but they're really hard to carry on your person. So I usually don't like those. I like small things like, maybe a pistol, maybe a typical Uzi or something.
All right. It's a good answer. Probably would have said the exact same thing. John Smith from Anywhere Town, America says, I'm looking to buy a gun for self-defense. Any suggestions?
Yeah, I would say any gun that you can conceal. Because then, kind of like I said before, you could just carry it with you at all times. Make you safe.
Okay, I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there. Do you have any guns in your beard right now?
Under my beard, yes. But no, not in my beard.
I knew it. I knew it.
I don't have guns in my beard. Have them under my beard, on my persons. My beard isn't a person.
Can I touch it?
No.
Too bad. Do you have any guns on you right now?
You betcha. Well, let's see here. I got this crossbow here. All right, here's the pistol. Magnum. Got another Magnum in here. Okay. Then we go into revolve stage, okay? And that side, we got another revolver. And the other side, we got another revolver in the same side pocket, okay? It's a classic pistol, okay? Now, we got some knives flavor. Oh, I think I got, Uzi in here. Right here. I think there's only one more, okay. Yeah, there. Keep that in my back, okay? No one said I couldn't carry shotguns. I kinda lied, but you know, you can never be too careful, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yo. So there's this huge legendary band who call themselves Buffy and the Tuesdays, and they've done lots of huge best-selling albums, but their last one, gotta admit, it was kind of crap. I mean, it sucked a lot, but. So, you have actually signed on to produce their next album. So, can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, Buffy and the Tuesdays, I mean, they're huge, they're like me huge, okay? You know, they're like the biggest band, and I know that the last album wasn't as popular as, you know, the most popular stuff, but, yeah, they're planning a comeback album, they're calling it that, the comeback album. So, you know, it's only fitting that, that the biggest band is coming to the biggest music producer to record the comeback album, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, I understand.
So, yeah, so exclusive right here, exclusive. I'm gonna drop a bombshell. They're going back to their roots. We're talking early day stuff, you know, early Buffy Tuesday stuff, okay?
Yeah.
It's gonna blow your mind, you know what I'm saying?
So you got any plans on when and where you're gonna do this thing?
Yeah, recording at Pacific Beach later this year. So it's gonna rock. They're drawing all the inspiration from Pacific Beach. So it's only fitting, you know, the inspiration starts there, and then the recording happens there. So it's like full circle, you know what I'm saying? Full circle. Full circle.
Alright.
Full circle.
Yo, so you got a very unique style, very unique persona, and I'm sure a lot of people at home are wondering, you know, about this, about you, Uncle Cream, how you dress, how did all this come about?
Well, I just want to say the beard is where it's at. I started growing this beard many years ago, about 20 years ago. Never looked back. You know, I grew up in, you know, Kentucky, so, you know, country music, you know, is in my blood, okay? So, experimented with that for, you know, a couple of years, and, you know, was wearing the cowboy hat. And then I realized I'd rather move on to other things, you know what I'm saying? I ditched making the country music, but, you know, I like to have, you know, so it stays.
Alright, what about your lower area?
Oh yes, well, I usually wear giant boots, but you know, it's kinda hot today, so when you come down to Cali, you gotta break out the flippy floppies. So that's why I'm rocking them right now.
Yeah. Alright, so that's interesting, but when I said lower area, I meant, you know, your crotch. Like, you're known for your historically ginormous testicles. I was just like wondering, do you ever fear that you're gonna shoot yourself there? Because I mean, you always got guns down there. Do you wear like a protective thing?
All my guns on me are pointed away from my nether regions, okay? None of them are pointing, you know, right at my stuff, okay?
So I know that everyone at home is wondering, yo, I'm the honor ass, my name is Toby. So, like, I was thinking, you should tell these guys, you should tell all these guys who's watching why you be called Uncle Cream. Yo, this story's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Toby. So I put the name Uncle in there, so I feel like family. I'm family to everyone, okay? You know what I'm saying? So they think I'm their uncle, okay?
Yo, that story was hilarious. Like, yo, you should tell these people why you be called Uncle Cream. This story's hilarious.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, so I was up hanging with my home dogs in New England, okay, eating some delicious chowder. You know, they're famous for that.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. So I'll finish it up. I'm gobbling this stuff down and finish. And then I look down at myself and realize I have chowder all over my beard. Okay? Instead of hiding from this, I'm gonna put it out there. Put it out for all to see. So then I became Cream. And then with the uncle in there, yo, Uncle Cream. That's where it came from.
Yo, that story was hilarious. I told you.
Oh, totally.
Alright, so thank you, legendary music producer Uncle Cream, for coming by the show. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming down. I'd give you a hug, but I'd be afraid, you know, that one of your guns might go off on me.
Oh, of course, you know. I keep all the safeties off on my guns in case, you know, a robber comes at me real quick and tries to steal my belongings. So I keep all of them off of the safety. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
Better not.
That stuff has happened. I've been there. This been Toby. Okay, thanks for coming down. I gotta bounce.
And he thinks I have large testicles.